I think we all know by now that Madden trade logic isn't the greatest, but I do think there's also a fine line in simply needing some tweaking and just being absolutely pathetic. And today we are crossing that fine line, as I am going to show you guys 10 trades in Madden 20 franchise mode that will make you question your existence on this earth. So like I said, I know it's extremely hard to replicate real life trade logic in a video game, but it's got to be better than this, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. So hopefully guys do enjoy today's video, and if you do, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if we can smash 2,000 likes on today's video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new, and turn on the notification bell if you haven't. And with that said, not gonna waste any time, we're gonna start this thing off with a bang. So first trade that will make you scratch your head in Madden 20 franchise mode has to involve young star running back Mr. One Barkley, 92 overall, only 22 years of age. He's a second-year player, not even in his prime yet, and he's already arguably the best running back in the league. And in Madden 20 franchise mode, he's only worth $1.9 million towards your cap. So this man should be the most valued running back in the entire game by a huge margin. But look at this dude. So the New York Giants, trading away Saquon Barkley, say we want to try to get ourselves a nice, older, veteran quarterback from the Miami Dolphins. That's Mr. Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, this has got to be accepted, right? The best running back in the league, arguably, and he's only 22. For a quarterback in his mid-30s, only 70 overall, submit this through. Look at it. Would you just freaking look at it? Saquon Barkley for Ryan Fitzpatrick, not accepted in Madden 20. If the Miami Dolphins did not accept this trade in real life, I guarantee you there would be an outcry for every single person involved in the Miami Dolphins organization to be fired and banned from football for the rest of existence. And let me tell you something, dudes, it gets better than that. Ryan Fitzpatrick, at least he started some games this year and has started some games in the past few years. Let's go to a backup quarterback here. Now with the LA Rams, you already know it. You already know Mr. Blake Bortles. Come on now. He's a lower overall than Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's the for sure backup in LA. Saquon for Blake Bortles. What a running back tandem that would be. Todd Gurley and Saquon Barkley. Let's try to bring Blake Bortles to the New York Giants. This game is the greatest thing on this earth. So according to Madden 20, the LA Rams would not trade Blake Bortles away to the Giants for Saquon Barkley. Madden 20, what a freaking game. And guys, that's only the tip of the iceberg. And since we couldn't get Ryan Fitzpatrick, now we are using the Dolphins for this next trade that would make you question your existence and question the meaning of life. Now, this is gonna be hilarious. So now we want to actually try to bring in a quarterback in Madden 20 to the Miami Dolphins. That is going to be an older, veteran, superstar quarterback in Mr. Drew Brees. Yeah, I know he's 40, but still, he's a player still at his age and playing at his level. I know he's hurt in real life, but obviously in this franchise he's not hurt. Like, still at his level, could change this franchise's season in an instant. But what's it going to take to bring in the future Hall of Famer in the NFL? Now, it's kind of just disregard some of the players on this roster because it's just were made for today's video purpose, so just completely disregard some of the players you do see. But let's see what it's going to take to bring in Mr. Drew Brees. Now, first of all, they do need a middle linebacker, so let's see what we have. Would they be interested in the 67 overall Chase Allen? And yes, they are. Next, let's see what we can get away with for this trade. Let's see a tight end. They want one of these two guys by chance. Nick O'Leary, your backup, or Smythe, 67 overall. They want Nick O'Leary, a 72 overall tight end. We submit this through, and already look how close this trade is to being accepted. Drew Brees for a 67 overall middle linebacker and a backup tight end. Now, I probably need one more player to have this trade be accepted. Let's see by chance if they want like a wide receiver, or see if we have a right end they'd be interested in. Maybe Robert, maybe Christian Wilkins by chance, 23-year-old. They are interested in him. Submit that through, and boom, it was accepted. I mean, I know Christian Wilkins is a nice young player and all, but still, he's a 73 overall, a backup tight end, and a 67 overall middle linebacker for a future Hall of Famer, a quarterback who still definitely has a few years left in him. What is this game? But guys, still, that is only the tip of the iceberg. Next player we are going to try and trade for is going to be a player that we're already familiar with in today's episode, and that is Mr. Saquon Barkley. Once again, we've already explained this guy. 92 overall, arguably the best running back in the league already in only his second year, and is only going to get better and better and better. What does it take to bring him to your franchise in Madden 20? First of all, the Giants, they need a quarterback, and just like that, Ryan Fitzpatrick. We're already familiar with this, but unfortunately, it's a weird game. They don't want him straight up. But we'll continue on. Obviously, the Giants aren't going to accept Ryan Fitzpatrick for Saquon Barkley. They would be dumb. It's the Dolphins organization that's stupid for not accepting the trade earlier. Next, how about the defensive tackle position? We have plenty of guys here. How about Bo Allen, a 71 overall? We submit this through, and look how close that is to being accepted. Once again, one of the best young running backs, arguably the best running back in the league. Let's add in just like a second-round draft pick. So we'll go with the second-round draft pick. So this is Ryan Fitzpatrick, Bo Allen, and a second-round draft pick for a player that will more than likely be the face of your franchise for the next 5 to 10 years. Submit this through, and just like that, it was accepted to bring in Saquon Barkley, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Bo Allen, and a second-round draft pick. Basically, what this is Saquon Barkley straight up for a second-round draft pick. Now it's time to go and attempt to trade for another superstar quarterback, and that is a man by the name of Mr. Aaron Rodgers, still one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Pretty much the same situation in this video as Drew Brees, a player that could change your franchise just like that, and he's 5 years younger than Drew Brees. Yeah, I know he's dipped a little bit in overall. Why has he been tanked so much by EA? I really don't know. This is the same franchise that had Daniel Jones rated as a 62 at the beginning of the game, and now he's leading the Giants to wins, the most ones they've ever gotten in a season, it seems like, in the past 25 years. But with that said, what's it going to take to bring in Aaron Rodgers? So first of all, they need to write in. What do we have at this position that we could trade away? How about Eddie Yarborough or Eli Harold? They want one of these guys. They want both of them. We'll go with Eli Harold. Next, they do need a wide receiver. So let's see if we have a lower overall wide receiver they'd be interested in. How about Jalen Strong or a Allen Hurns? They want Allen Hurns, bet. Now with that, let's try and trade middle linebacker. See if we have a backup middle linebacker they are interested in. We'll go with Trey Lamar. So we have Eli Harold, a 69 overall right end, Allen Hurns, a 73 overall wide receiver, and a 69 overall middle linebacker, Lamar, for Aaron Rodgers. We submit this through, and look at it. You just love to see it, don't you? If the Green Bay Packers organization accepted this trade, oh man, would go down as the worst trade in the history of sports times infinity. Now this trade is just to prove a point. It's still head scratching, very head scratching as well, because of the point it makes. I don't know. But anyway, so we saw earlier how easy it was to get Saquon Barkley, although he is one of the best running backs in real life. Now this makes no sense. So he's a 92 overall running back in Madden 20. He's the same overall as Mr. Le'Veon Bell, although Le'Veon Bell is 27 years of age, 5 years older than Saquon Barkley. And Saquon Barkley is not even in his prime yet. 27, 28, 29 is about the prime of a running back, and Saquon Barkley is yet to be there, so he's going to get better and better. Now Le'Veon Bell just signed with the Jets, so you saw how easy it was to get Saquon. Let's see how hard it is to get Le'Veon Bell, who is the same exact overall, just 5 years older. So this just makes no sense at all. Now, how did I go about doing this? Now, the top 3 positions of need for the New York Jets are right tackle, middle linebacker, and quarterback. Now, as you see here, we have a 99 overall right tackle, a 99 overall middle linebacker, and a 99 overall quarterback. Now, also to make the deal a little bit sweeter for the Jets, each one of these players are the youngest age you can possibly get. They're only 20, so even though they're at 99, they still have a chance to get better, although I think they technically can because they're 99, but you get the point. They're not even in their prime yet, although they're 20 years old and 99 overall. So that is a good bonus for the Jets in this deal. Not only that, they're in the first year of a 7-year contract where they're worth $0. So basically, these 3 contracts, 99 overall players that are only 20 years of age, are technically free players. Just free 99 overall players that are 20 years old to add to your squad at 3 positions of need. So these 3 players can't get any more valuable for the Jets. It's not possible. So we add these 3 players in the deal, and the first thing you notice as they're not even interested in Raekwon McMillan in terms of the green. Why? Literally makes no sense. He's as good as you possibly can get him. He's 20 years old, first year of a 7-year contract, so you have him for 7 years for free, and that's one of your top positions of need, and they don't even want him in terms of the green. But anyways, we'll submit this through. Look at it. That's not even halfway to being accepted. When to get Saquon Barkley, it literally took like 2 fries, a pickle, and some shaving cream, dude. Like, insane. Maybe you could say, oh, for some reason they don't want Raekwon McMillan in the green. It's only yellow interest. Okay, so instead of him, we'll add in the number 1 overall draft pick. Doesn't get any better than this in terms of draft picks. Submit this through, and it's still not accepted. There's literally no way you can get Le'Veon Bell in Madden 20 franchise via a trade. Although you can get a running back 5 years younger than Saquon Barkley, the same exact overall, who will get better than 92 overall, probably reach 99 in his career in your Madden 20 franchise. Once again, you can get him for like 2 plastic bottles and a rubber chicken. Now with the New England Patriots, and that is for a reason. Now let's just once again show you how stupid trading here is on Madden 20. So y'all know who the starting quarterback is in the New England Patriots, at least for the next 2 years, and that's Tom Brady, arguably the greatest quarterback in the history of the sport. Now what can you get in return for him in Madden 20 franchise? First player we're going to attempt to get, and I can say this without any bias whatsoever. Actually, does that mean I would have bias? Anyways, quarterback from the Tennessee Titans, Marcus Mariota. You guys, if you are familiar with the channel, you know I'm a big Titans fan. I've backed Mariota the whole entire time he's been in Tennessee, and I'm finally starting to move towards, maybe we should move on from him side of things. So that should show you how, really where I value Marcus Mariota. If you could tell me right now we could trade Mariota to get Tom Brady, I would literally get circumcised for that to happen. Now, Marcus Mariota for Tom Brady. Let's submit this through. Look at that, dudes. Literally, in terms of this trade, that would take about, I can't do this math, really, it's like a puzzle, kind of, but that would take at least like 10 Tom Brady's? 10 Tom Brady's for the Titans to trade Marcus Mariota to him. Absolutely insane, and not to mention Tom Brady even would cost less than Marcus Mariota in terms of the cap hit, so that's insane. The Titans not even close to accepting this deal. So let's try to sweeten it for him. And this also doesn't make sense. Stephon Gilmore, 94 overall cornerback. They need a cornerback. They don't even want him. It doesn't even make sense, and it probably makes the trade go down. I mean, it went up a little bit, but still, a 94 overall cornerback, a 98 overall quarterback, and that's not even, what is that, like an 8th to going through? So you need 8 of these players for that to go through. So let's go with positions they do need. So let's go with the middle linebacker they have, Dante Hightower, and then the number 1 overall draft pick once again. Oh, they don't have the number 1 overall draft pick. They have the 32nd, but still, you get the point. Submit this through. Not even halfway to being accepted. For Marcus Mariota, Tom Brady, Dante Hightower, and a first-round pick for Marcus Mariota, you need like 2 of each of those. Even more than that for this trade to be accepted. And it doesn't only end there. As you guys know, the player that was drafted ahead of Marcus Mariota, one player to be drafted ahead of him in the NFL draft that year, was a guy by the name of Mr. Jameis Winston. Basically the same exact overall as Marcus Mariota. And this is the question of the day for you guys. I don't normally do this, but I just thought about it. Who do you think's had the better NFL career? That's actually a 2-part question. Number 1, who's had the better NFL career up to this point? Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota? And question number 2, let me know who you think ends off their career as the better QB, Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota. But same thing, Tom Brady in a first-round draft pick for Jameis Winston. It's a little bit, this seems like it's more possible than Mariota trade, but still, no matter what you added into this deal, you can't get Jameis Winston. So let's just add in, they need a left tackle. We probably have a decent one, Isaiah Wynn. They want him. They do want him. Submit this through. Look at it. Would you just look at it? Boys, oh, does it get better. So as you see, we are using the Kansas City Chiefs. So you probably obviously already know who I'm going to be shipping on in a deal. Mr. Patrick Mahomes, league MVP. He's now a 99 overall in Madden 20. Still super young, not even in his prime yet. So how dumb can Madden 20 get for Patrick Mahomes? Joseph Flacco from the Broncos? Are you kidding me, dog? You can't get Joe Flacco from the Denver Broncos for Patrick Mahomes. But still, guys, in terms of the logic, it gets worse. And you might be asking yourself, how does it get any worse than this right here? I'll show you in just a second. Like, all these trades obviously in today's video has been done, but this one in terms of logic defies physics, defies logic, defies ethics, and defies the buck. It's a very simple trade. So say we wanted, for some reason, to trade away our 5th round selection from this upcoming draft and get the 6th round selection for the Denver Broncos. So in this deal, literally for the Broncos, all they're doing is just trading up around. Like, look at this trade and just take this in. Literally all we're doing here is trading a pick to the Broncos in which they'll just literally just jump up around. All they do is gain positive from this trade. They don't get hurt, nothing whatsoever. I mean, obviously, like, logically, this should, like, there's literally zero reason this trade should be declined, but it is declined. You know why? Do you know why? Because this is Madden.